All you're doing is making a comic book movie. That's it. It's not some bold statement. You're not making some grand art house film with some deep underlying meanings. It's just a comic book movie. What am I talking about? Black Widow. Black Widow. That movie, man. The director, first off, actually, the director doesn't even know what she's talking about. According to the director, which should be a surprise to anybody. Usually, with the people at the helm of comic book movies, don't have no idea about anything related to the comic. According to the director, Scarlett Johansson's character, the Black Widow, is like the only one that doesn't have superpowers. The only Avengers that doesn't have superpowers. Oh, that's weird. Hawkeye? What exactly is his power? Nothing. He doesn't have a power, right? Technically, Tony Stark doesn't have a power. He's just rich and very smart and can make some crazy stuff, crazy suits, power suits. Okay, so wrong there, but I'm not surprised that a director doesn't know what she's talking about, especially at the helm of a comic book movie. Now, but an actress, Florence Pugh, did I say her name right? Horrible last name. Maybe I'm mispronouncing. I don't know. But she goes on to say that this movie is much deeper than a comic book movie. That this movie is about pain. This movie, let me make sure I get this quote right. This film is about the abuse of women. It's about how they get involuntary hysterectomies by the age of 8. Now, this is said as like some sort of declarative statement. This is said as some sort of like group statement to appeal to all women, or a lot of women. But where does this happen other than some fictional universe or some deep-seated and highly classified government program, probably in Soviet Russia or maybe in China? I don't know. Because not even in China would they sterilize their women on purpose. They need more women, you know. But anyway, yeah, that's what this movie about. It's about women who get involuntary hysterectomies by the age of 8. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just a comic book movie. I didn't realize that this deep message. Does it? No, of course it doesn't. It's probably an element of it. That's fine. But it's not like the huge major component. People are just watching to have a good time, enjoy, have a popcorn flick. That's all it is. Okay? Dazzle us with the eye candy. And it's not Scarlett Johansson anymore. Look, I like Scarlett Johansson the way she looks. I do too. But look at the marketing. The reason why I chose Iron Man 2 Scarlett Johansson is because if you look at the marketing for Black Widow, it's like she knows she's the eye candy of the group, and she doesn't want to be that anymore. The poster for Black Widow, like, she does not even have the hourglass figure anymore. She does not have that, at all. And people are like, oh, you're body shaming. I'm body shaming. I'm just talking facts. That's a fat guy with bitch tits talking facts. Okay? I'm not shaming. I'll still hit it. I'm given the chance. Jeez. But anyway. Yeah, so this movie is much deeper, guys, than a comic book movie. About the pain of hysterectomies. Wow. I don't want to see that. Do you want to see that? I thought we were going to watch an action film, not some drama, right? Was it going to be like Steel Magnolias, or we're going to be crying at the end of this film? No, I doubt it. It goes on to say, Pooh goes on to say, it's about girls who are stolen from around the world. It's so painful, and it's so important. Girls that are stolen from around the world. So we get that now. Human trafficking, sex trafficking. I mean, that's... And so that's what Black Widow's tackling. The big problem of human trafficking as a Hollywood production that probably benefits somehow through money raised from sex trafficking somehow. Yeah. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Okay. See, these guys, these actresses, these actors, these film creators, they think they have some deep meaning. And maybe they actually believe that. But at the end of the day, they don't. No one cares about that, especially if it's a comic book movie, especially if it's just to entertain us and be a popcorn flick. We're not looking for that deep meaning. Well, what about the movie The Joker? The Joker kind of has deep meanings. You're right. It kind of does in a way. But that was actually handled differently than a comic book movie, right? If Black Widow would be handled that way, sure, I would eat crow. I would eat my words and be like, okay, you know what? It handled that subject matter well. It did explore the depth of being trafficked as a child, being smuggled, and being experimented on against your will. But I don't think it's going to tackle that. I don't think it's going to tackle that any more, maybe just a little bit more than, let's say, Master Chief in Halo, right? He went through abuse. He went through abuse as a child to become what he became. It wasn't like he didn't volunteer. He was kidnapped, right? But you don't hear much of that, and it's not really all that important to the story. It's you know, you just know that you just know that you're playing a character that's broken, and that's what I think what you're gonna get with this with Black Widow. You just know that Black Widow's kind of broken inside, and she's struggling with her emotions. Okay, all right. But is there going to be some other deep underlying meaning behind this? No. No, not at all. And by the way, hey, directors, if you're going to be directing comic book movies, like you're going to see this video, know what you're talking about when you say that, you know, some Avengers like the only one that doesn't have superpowers, when clearly there are other ones that do or that don't. Then what are you talking about? Come on. Even I know that, and I'm not a comic book geek, comic book nerd, okay? Meaning that I didn't read them all the time when I was a kid. I played games mostly. Anyway, like that's all I have to say about this. What can I drag this out for like 10 minutes? Let's look at some Scarlett Johansson video images. There we go. You like that? You like that? Let's go look at another one. Let's go look at another Scarlett Johansson image. Here's her as Black Widow again. Nice, nice. Let's see what else we could do. Oh, here's another good Scarlett Johansson image. Oh, hey. All right. All right. I'm going to end it here before I get in trouble. You guys take it easy.